I could literally do a song, right? I would literally do a song. No, this song isn't that. I would take like a week or 2 weeks to just finish the song because I hate my accent so much now. Now that I hear it, I haven't even in 3 weeks.
You haven't been in 3 weeks? Why?
No, because is in Boston and I'm here working.
Pregnancy makes you probably want to more, right?
Yeah, but this is crunch time. In Boston, you're a Patriot.
He's playing.
Hell yeah, we're not playing. Now he's really locked in. Like, he's in his season right now.
How you dealing with it?
We just talk to each other every day, and it's like he just came out of a ACL injury. He got something to prove.
You're gonna be at the games.
I'm gonna go to a couple of games, but like, I get too anxious. I might be like, I might get bad.
Was it tough for you to date again?
It's definitely tough dating in your 30s. I never really been a dating person. I've always been in long relationships since I was like 21.
With Stefan, how has he inspired you?
I will never complain about my job because he has to do 2 different things. Not only do you have to study, you also have to get physical. And you have to be in bed at a certain time. You're literally in the military. I work hard, but you like really work hard. I don't really have a sleep schedule. I don't even like to map out my day.
We all know you went through a very messy divorce with Offset. Were you worried about dating again?
I mean, you know, everybody kept telling me like I should have fun.
And we had a little bit of too much fun, and now I'm here.
One thing about like dating, when you date, you feel like you're like 16 again.
Well, you want to feel like you're 16.
You do, but then it's like you also remember what you dealt with when you were 16. So it's like restarting again. Like one time he just told me like, let me heal you. Give me a chance for me to heal you. And it's like, okay.
Stefan Diggs may have left the Super Bowl without a ring and without a girlfriend. Stefan and Cardi B sparked breakup rumors after the New England Patriots lost the Super Bowl. In the hours after the game, fans noticed the two had unfollowed each other on Instagram. Cardi attended the game and made a cameo during Bad Bunny's halftime show, left it early, and posted a video of herself in her car. Before kickoff, when asked if she had a message for Stefan, she simply said, "Good luck." The couple's relationship became public in mid-2025, and they welcomed their first child together last November. So do you think there is trouble for these two? Let us know in the comments.
Stefan Diggs lost more than just the Super Bowl. So he allegedly lost his woman, Cardi B. Now, y'all, we had just talked about how happy Cardi was that they were going to the Super Bowl.
This was so packed and jumping, but you know what? Us Pat fans, we stuck together and we stuck it out and we won. We all we got, we all we need. Like Mr. Diggs said, L.
But when the Super Bowl actually came, Cardi didn't have much to say anymore. So a reporter asked her if she had any advice, but she kept it surprisingly short.
Message for Stefan before the game. One inspired message for him.
Good luck.
She said, Cardi said good luck and walked away. Good luck. Is that some kind of sick foreplay that only Cardi and Stefan would understand? I'm like, what happened? What happened to, like Mr. Diggs say, we all we got, we all we need. Ow. What, like, where? It's only been 3 business days, y'all. Oh my gosh. Well, I would be like that too because Stefan's other baby mama was also at the Super Bowl. She was also there. And then fans noticed the ultimate sign of a breakup. They unfollowed each other on Instagram. Okay, all right? And so I'm like, you know what? Of course you didn't win the Super Bowl. You got too many women and babies in the same place. Good grief, Stefan. You are over here in the Super Bowl. You're supposed to be studying defensive plays, and you over here making sure one woman is on the opposite side of the field from the other. Here you got your coach. The coach is drawing up the football plays. You drawing up visitation schedules. What are you doing? For me, I don't understand. Why would Stefan invite 2 of his baby mamas to the Super Bowl? And this is what I gotta say. I may not have understood a lot of Bad Bunny's lyrics, but I understood that more than what I understood going on with Stefan and all of that. Oh my gosh. You cannot double book women unless you also double book the exit route. And Cardi, one thing about Cardi B, she does not strike me as the quiet exit type. So Stefan, what I think is you gonna come home to a closet full of cut up clothes. So I don't know, but I still say we need at least one mystery solved. So before y'all actually officially break up, can you tell me what is the name of y'all baby? What's the baby's name?
Offset really thought he could sit on a podcast, smirk into the camera, and rewrite history like Cardi B never existed. Like the woman who stood by him through scandal after scandal. Somehow didn't go up, but Cardi didn't just respond. She exploded. And what started as one slick comment turned into a full-blown cultural meltdown involving the Super Bowl, Stefon Diggs, and the most ironic betrayal Cardi could have ever imagined. Because this wasn't just shade, this was war. And it got personal fast. January 2026, Offset pulls up to the Joe Budden podcast looking way too comfortable for a man with that much history, and then he drops a line that instantly set the internet on fire. He claimed, "I ain't never met none that I left went up." Let that sink in. Offset, of all people, saying none of his exes leveled up after him, as if Cardi B isn't a Grammy-winning superstar who's performed on the biggest stages in the world. Fans didn't just call it disrespectful, they called it delusional, because everyone remembers the scandals, the cheating rumors that started almost immediately after their marriage, the public humiliations, the constant second chances. So the question became, why would he even say that? And Cardi's answer came loud and clear. The second that clip went viral, Cardi jumped on Instagram Live like it was a battlefield. And she wasn't calm. She wasn't subtle. She looked straight into the camera and basically told Offset and everyone around him, "I don't care, you're lame. And they is lames too." That word hit harder than any insult. Because calling a man lame in Cardi's world isn't just shade, it's dismissal. It's saying you don't even matter enough to hurt me anymore. But then Cardi went deeper. She didn't just drag him, she admitted something that sounded like years of pain finally spilling out. "I regret you." 3 words. And suddenly this wasn't about a podcast quote. This was about an entire relationship collapsing in public. People forget how long Cardi carried this. Offset's cheating scandals weren't rumors from one bad night. They were patterns. Back in 2017, barely months after their secret wedding, videos surfaced of Offset with other women. Cardi was pregnant. The world was watching, and somehow she kept trying. In 2018, Offset crashed her Rolling Loud set with flowers and a giant apology sign, begging on stage. The internet cringed, but Cardi forgave. Then more accusations, more mess, more heartbreak. Cardi admitted she would block things out just to survive mentally, because every time Offset touched down in Atlanta, she already knew what time it was. And when he sat on that podcast acting like he was the prize, it was the final straw. But here's the twist. Cardi thought she was finally free. And then came the Super Bowl. By 2025, Cardi had started a new chapter. She and Offset were done. Divorce rumors turned real. And Cardi was seen with NFL star Stefon Diggs. Fans called it an upgrade. Cardi looked happier, glowing, unbothered. They went public at games. The blogs celebrated. And by late 2025, Cardi welcomed a baby boy. It looked like she had finally escaped the chaos. Then came Super Bowl weekend. Cardi was set to perform. Diggs was on the biggest stage of his career. Everything was supposed to be perfect, until the internet spotted someone unexpected. A woman named Pry, standing way too close, with access she shouldn't have had. And that's when people realized, this wasn't random. Here's where the story gets unhinged. Pry wasn't just some fan. Rumors connected her to Offset's past. A woman allegedly linked to the very drama that helped destroy Cardi's marriage, now appearing around Cardi's new man during the Super Bowl, while Cardi was performing for over 100 million people. Pry even posted suspicious messages online, and fans immediately asked the obvious question. Did Diggs know who she was? Was this careless or calculated? Cardi left the venue early, then came the unfollows. Breakup rumors exploded overnight. The internet couldn't believe the irony. Cardi leaves Offset for cheating, only to end up humiliated again. With someone tied to Offset's own mess, it felt unreal. But it got darker, because Offset wasn't staying quiet behind the scenes. Soon after, more disturbing rumors surfaced. Leaks suggested Offset was spiraling. Alleged recordings showed him making aggressive comments toward Diggs. Not just shade, but talk that could lead to real consequences. Then came even more chaos. Offset briefly posted wild claims online involving Cardi's new baby. Before deleting them, fans were stunned. It wasn't just messy anymore, it looked obsessive. And Cardi finally addressed the deeper truth. That men seem to strike when she's most vulnerable, pregnant, postpartum, emotionally exhausted. That's when they play games. And Cardi made it clear she was done being anyone's target. Instead of disappearing, Cardi did what Cardi always does. She spoke. She reminded the world she's not weak. And then she made the loudest statement possible. She bought herself a $500,000 luxury watch, not for a man, not for validation, for herself. A message that said, if nobody treats me like the prize, fans called it queen behavior. And Cardi's focus shifted back where it belongs. Her kids, her career, her peace. Because at the end of the day, Cardi has survived things that would have broken most people in silence. Public humiliation, endless betrayal, and a relationship that kept turning into a headline instead of a home. She gave chances when the world told her not to. She stayed loyal through storms that never seemed to end. And for years, she carried pain behind designer smiles and stage lights, trying to hold together something that was falling apart in front of everybody. But with Offset still lingering, and the divorce still unfinished, nobody truly believes this chapter is closed. Because what we're watching isn't just celebrity gossip, it's a public collision of ego, betrayal, obsession, and survival. Offset's podcast line wasn't just disrespect, it was a grenade tossed into a life Cardi was trying to rebuild. And Cardi's response wasn't just anger, it was years of hurt finally spilling out in real time, in front of millions. The Super Bowl twist proved one thing loud and clear. This drama doesn't move in straight lines, it moves in circles. Just when Cardi thought she escaped the chaos, the past showed up wearing a different face, standing in a different stadium, but carrying the same emotional weight. And that's what makes this story so haunting. It's not just about cheating rumors or messy breakups. It's about power, control, and what happens when someone refuses to let you fully move on. Because sometimes the hardest part of leaving isn't walking away, it's realizing the other person still wants access to your peace, still wants to be a shadow in your next chapter, still wants to remind the world that they were once part of your story, even if they were the reason it fell apart. Cardi has tried love. She's tried forgiveness. She's tried starting over. But the pattern keeps repeating. Like the universe keeps testing how much someone can endure before they finally say, enough. And now the question isn't just about Offset, or Diggs, or the Super Bowl embarrassment. The bigger question is, will Cardi ever truly be allowed to live without chaos following her name? Or is this the kind of story where the past never stays buried and every quiet moment is just the calm before another storm? Because if history has taught us anything, with Cardi B and Offset, the next explosion is never far away. So the real question is, what happens next? Is this finally the end? Or just the beginning of something even bigger? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to stay locked in for the next chapter the second it hits, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because this saga is far from over. Control. And what happens when someone refuses to let you fully move on? Cardi has tried love, she's tried forgiveness, she's tried starting over, but the question is, will she ever truly be left alone to live in peace? Or is Offset going to keep finding ways to stay attached to her story, no matter how far she runs? Because if history has taught us anything, with Cardi B and Offset, the next explosion is never far away. So now the real question is, what happens next? Is this finally the end? Or just the calm before another storm? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to stay locked in for the next twist the moment it happens, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because with Cardi B and Offset, nothing ever ends quietly. This saga isn't wrapping up, it's loading the next chapter. And trust me, the internet is watching every move. So if you want to be first to hear what happens next, stay right here with us. Subscribe now, because this story is far from over.